Not all the news is sexy and attention grabbing, but that doesn't mean to say that it's no less newsworthy. As an example of this is the announcement this morning by the UK government that they are going to ensure that all of the newly qualified nurses and midwives will get jobs. Now, considering the amount of training that goes into becoming a nurse or a midwife, I'm guessing that it must be really frustrating if you are qualified and there's no job. So your career that you've been working for is in limbo. Well, now the Health Secretary, Wes Streeting, has said that this is going to change. Now, this is important. I mean, I know we concentrate a lot on the big pressing news stories of the day, and it's always about immigration and things like that. But actually, we all need to look after our health and well-being, and we need to invest in the NHS. So I am pleased that this is going to happen. Also, there was news from the government this morning that there's going to be a whole lot more investment into tackling obesity, and I think that's a good thing. I myself put on a lot of weight. I've got an underactive thyroid, and I've now got diabetes type 2. I was basically told that my whole endocrine system is screwed. Yeah, tell me about it. I knew that one already. But this is the point. If you are putting on weight and you become obese, it does affect the quality of your life. So anything that the government can do to look at holistic ways to help people control their weight is probably going to be a good thing. And to be honest, I would personally stop the marketing of all the gorgeous, tempting treats that we see on TV, because if you're like me, I have very little willpower. And so if I'm tired and stressed, I'm probably going to reach for a snack, right? So all that is now out of my diet, right? I am taking control. But it happens to everybody, and we see it from young children all the way through life. So that's two good things that the UK government is looking into right now. They've announced it, and I think that's going to be a benefit for a lot of people and for generations to come. But do let me know what you think. I mean, have you struggled with your weight? I mean, you're certainly not alone. If so, sometimes that's poor eating habits. Like for me, if I was ever ill as a child, my mother, with absolute love and kindness, would say, come on, here's a little treat for you. It plants that suggestion. Now, she didn't mean that in a negative way, but we have to consider our relationship with food, something that I am really finding out about now at the age of 60, right? So if we can help people to avoid getting into that, so much the better. So do let me know your thoughts on this. Love to hear from you. If you could want to follow me, I'd be happy to connect. And of course, if you could like and repost this, because actually I think these are two good news stories.